In other news, another flock contract has been terminated in the state of Wisconsin. The first one was Sturgeon Bay. And this one is Oshkosh. And it is pretty wild situation that we are going to relay back to you here. And then we also have to talk about the Onion consuming Alex Jones and kind of turning him woke.
A unanimous decision from Oshkosh Common Council on Wednesday night to reverse course and rescind its agreement for flock safety cameras. Now, it followed a contentious meeting and a 5-2 vote initially to keep the cameras, but the Oshkosh police chief says flock presented them with incorrect information. Here's the moment it happened from Tuesday night.
Just to be clear, does the system create a heat map of a vehicle's movement using the multiple aggregated images for a specific searched vehicle?
No, that is not available.
The police chief sharing more on Wednesday.
In fact, my staff advised me that the system does create heat maps. I visually confirmed this morning because of this misrepresentation, specifically to a question asked by a council member. I can no longer recommend flock.
Several council members who voted in favor of the cameras apologizing to Oshkosh residents. Flock Safety sent us a statement before the meeting saying, "It's incredibly disappointing to hear that statements made during last evening's open meeting have been misinterpreted and weaponized by activists."
Bro. Okay. So first of all, shouts out to their city council for getting rid of that, right? And I think Emma might want to talk a little bit more about that, how that is applicable to us here in Green Bay. But like, okay, couple of things. Number one, them using the excuse, well, Flock told us it was safe. Like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Motherfucker, I knew Flock created heat maps. Like, I don't work for them. I have nothing. How is their representative going to get that wrong? That isn't just a mistake. That is fucking willfully misleading people.
Man, they told me there wasn't asbestos in the building that they sold me for $2, but oh wow, like who would have thought? Like, really? Come on, guys. You know for a damn fact that the reason the cop knows that Flock makes heat maps, right? The aggregate heat maps that they talked about, is because that motherfucker is a weirdo and was probably stalking his ex or his girlfriend or some shit, saw that it made the map, and then was like, oh, fuck, you know? And thankfully, it sucks that they would do that in the first place, allegedly, if that's what they did. I mean, it's shit that we all knew was happening. And I mean, yeah, I'm happy that they did that and that they rescinded this deal because Green Bay just fucking made one.
Yep. Yeah, December 15th of last year, Green Bay approved a flock contract, and every single person who went up there to speak spoke about how bad flock was and how the things that they were saying weren't true. And the response from city council at the time and the mayor was, and of course the flock people, was to basically like talk down to them and be like for example, bringing up surveillance as a concern. The mayor literally was like, no, it's not surveillance. It's just cameras that are looking at things and you happen to be in those things. And it's like, yeah, that's surveillance. You're just trying to describe it as something different so that way you can get off from it.
Officer, I wasn't spying on her changing. I was just looking out her window and she walked.
And the other thing about the license plate cameras and the heat maps and all that shit, I'm not a tech executive, or excuse me, I was trying to say
You're not?
I'm not a tech expert, was what I was trying to say. But I do know enough about that to know that individuals are connected to license plates. Like where my license plate goes, that's where I, as an individual, am going. So this is how they play fast and loose with words to try and get out of this stuff, because they're like, no, we don't track individuals. We just track license plates. Yeah, but you know who has that license plate? A fucking individual. Believe it or not. It's a crazy coincidence, I know, on Flock's part. But the other part of this is we have a new city council now. There's a lot of the same members, but we've gotten several new ones.
Former podcasts, some of them.
Yes, and others future podcasts. Yes, if it goes the way that I want it to. I feel pretty safe on how two of them at least would vote, because we know how they voted in the last one, which was no. And that was Alyssa Profit and Joey Presley. Shout out to them. But this time I'm hoping that since we have a lot of flip over on the council, that we'll have a little bit better luck, because if Oshkosh can turn around and go from 5-2 approving it to unanimously disapproving it, I would expect a lot out of our city council, and I will be at that meeting and I will bring up these points, and we will make it abundantly clear that they have a responsibility to do the right thing. They did not listen to us before when we told them this would happen. 4 months later, we're seeing this exact thing that we told them was going to happening, and now they're going to have to look stupid and reverse themselves, but they should. And this would be a great time for Ritterbusch to change his vote too, because he voted for it last time, which was a huge mistake.
Call your city council right now, because all the Wisconsin cities have new members, updated members. So now is the time to call them and use this Oshkosh as an example of, hey, this happened in Oshkosh. We need to do this here.
Right.
Because
And Sturgeon
you having examples as proof is huge. So even your Republicans and your not progressives are going to be on board with this.
Yeah, I wasn't stalking her, officer. I was just monitoring the location of her home address.
Right, right.
I was just checking her heat map, sir.
Back to what Emma had said too, I just want to kind of go in on that a little bit more. We had a current member of the city council, a new elect, right? John Shelton, had him on one of the episodes. One of the questions we asked was about the flock vote. John, obviously, love you, big fans, right? But this is on the so-called progressive 6-pack to vote against something like this, right? I mean, progressive 5-pack, but,
well,
that's
a bit of a touchy subject for everyone that's not us.
Right. But it's on y'all to vote on that and to let Oshkosh be an example. And we want to congratulate as well, a little bit late coming, but we endorsed her. We want to congratulate Alyssa Profit, who was elected as president of city council in the most recent meeting. So big win for us here. But again, this is us telling you guys, we were talking about this flock thing
months ago.
This is the left being right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're listening and you don't know why these flock cameras are such a big deal, some of you who are closer to mine or Emma's ages, not like Dane's age, might remember when the Patriot Act passed, and then, surprise, surprise, all of a sudden there's a huge scandal with the NSA collecting a shitload of Americans' personal data without any warrants.
Yep.
Flock collects way more data than the NSA ever did. Oh, and the NSA program was found unconstitutional. I'm sure they're still doing it because it's a bunch of sneaky bastards.
Yeah.
Well, and now they have all the tech bros in their pocket anyway, so.
Well, yeah. But Flock is collecting more data than that ever did. And somehow it's supposed to be okay because it's a private company under contract with the police department, so they don't need a warrant. So I guess you can collect as much information about anybody you want without even asking them, as long as somebody's making a profit on it. Go capitalism.